Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to do something I've never done on my YouTube channel ever before. And that is I'm going to teach you something. And I'm going to teach you a somewhat difficult blues guitar riff. Whoa. Hopefully you are a guitar player, so this video will be useful to you. Not too long ago, I participated in a blues competition in Central Florida with my band, and we won that competition, which allows us to progress to the next round and represent the Central Florida region at the international competition, which takes place in Memphis, Tennessee at the end of January in 2020. And there's multiple criteria by which bands are judged by the judges at those type of competitions. And some of the criteria is blues content and originality. So I'm trying to preface my thought process that came into writing this particular riff that opened our award-winning blues set. I'm not saying that this particular guitar riff made us the winners, but I believe that the first opening song and the first impression plays a big part in any competition, especially since the judges are human beings and they do make snap judgments based on first impression. Now, because blues content and originality is one of the major criteria by which the band gets scored in these types of competitions, it's important to sort of hit all the nails on the right heads at the same time. So it was very intentional and very deliberate to match the authenticity of blues of my choice to play Fender Stratocaster. This right here, this is a Fender Stratocaster, made in Mexico player series, single humbucker and a Floyd Rose configuration. Thanks Fender for sending me this guitar. We have the classic sound of the Stratocaster. Now we need to sort of like to have the right classic authentic tone. And in those particular competitions, they provide the backline, which means they have Fender amps and whatever, like classic vintage amps that blues players would normally play, but now we need some pedals. Wonderful people at Fender not only send me a guitar, which I'm extremely thankful for, they sent these two pedals, which are very cool, okay? This is a Santa Ana Overdrive by Fender, very nice sound. And Tree Verb, which is a tremolo and reverb, authentic, real, sort of like 60s choices and options of that real tone. So I use these exact pedals on my pedal board plugged into a Fender amp at that particular competition to get that exact sound. And this is exactly what I'm going to be using in Memphis, Tennessee when we are going to be representing Central Florida region at the international thing. So now I'm going to plug all of this in and I'm going to show you how to play that opening song riff. A substantial minority of people have been asking me on Instagram and YouTube comments how to play that riff, or do I have any tabs for that particular riff. So here it is. This video is dedicated to a substantial minority of people that had a particular interest in how to play that award-winning riff. And if you're into learning guitar, if you're into learning new things on guitar, Sean, Daniel, and we have a guitar masterclass available. It's nearly over 4 or 5 hour guitar masterclass titled How to Solo Like a Pro on Guitar. And it's only $69.69. But for the next 5 days, starting today, it's half off. And there's a coupon link in the description. So you can sign up and listen to me talk and Sean Daniel talk and watch me show you how to do this and how to do that. It's just a wealth of knowledge and wealth of information. So if you can't get enough of this particular video, just remember there's a masterclass with a 50% coupon for the next 5 days only. Now that we got that bit out of the way, let me just plug this thing in and we're gonna jump into me showing you how to play that riff and how you can apply it to your own songwriting if you're into blues rock music, or you can use that particular frame of mind to like improvise and just do whatever you want and make whatever music you want with that particular framework. So I have Santa Ana Overdrive plugged in at the beginning of the chain on my ever-expanding pedal board, and then I have the Reverb plugged in right after the modulation effects, running through Strymon Iridium amp and cab, set on the Fender preset, which is the exact amp they had on stage at the time and the exact amp I will be using in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, I got everything plugged in to match the sound the way it was at the competition. Now we're gonna turn on the Santa Ana Overdrive. The reverb portion on the Reverb. And now the tremolo portion on the Reverb pedal by Fender. Yep, we got the tone right. So now I'm gonna show you how to play the riff. Okay, Jamie, roll the clip. So basically the logic, like I said earlier, is the blues content plus originality. How original can you get within the genre of blues? And you'd be surprised. The more limiting the conditions, the more creative you can get. Meaning, let's say you have one string on your guitar. Boy, you can come up with like a lot of interesting stuff, as opposed to having like 8 strings on your guitar and you have all those strings and then you don't know what to play. So similar logic applies to blues. But how do you remain authentic to the genre? So the idea I took for that riff and that whole song was this. Now I could have played that, and we could have played with a band that, and we could have had Alan just wail on the sax and maybe some kind of cool like bass solo for Joe, and then Sammy finish up with some kind of like really cool like drum pattern or something. But it's been done. It's been done nearly 1,000,000 times in the genre of blues, in the world of blues, that particular thing. Now if you do something like that, something completely different, then it becomes really original and way more interesting. So here's what's going on. So it's it's not that, but it's basically it. So check this out. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it one more time, but even slower. Is it starting to make sense? Okay, well let me explain this. This is the key of A minor. Every inversion and possible variation of A minor pentatonic applies here. Your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd and the 4th strings, and then the A is open, and it rings. And now I want you, with your 3rd and your pinky finger, I want you to kind of like practice this. We're not going to play it exactly like that, but it's important to get it through your head. There's also chicken picking involved, or you can call it hybrid picking, where I'm actually picking like this, and then I'm picking with like these two fingers. So some very exciting stuff. And the stomping action with the leg is optional. Once you got the riff down, then you can include the stomping action with your foot or leg, or maybe both legs, for more dramatic effect and for more to impress your audience even more. Hopefully this video answered the question on how I play that riff. The reason I mentioned earlier that it's a substantial minority, because most YouTubers will tell you, oh, a lot of you have been asking me, and it's never a lot, okay? So I just want to be true to you, okay? It's not that many, probably like 20 people tops asked on how to play this riff, which in my mind is like, oh wow, there's a lot of people wanting to know how to play this riff. So here you go. Also, for the next 5 days only, half off on the Masterclass on how to solo on guitar like a pro, which Sean, Daniel, and I did. And so let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of this riff. All the links in the description, including the coupon, including the performance where my band won the Central Florida Blues Challenge, and where another video where actually I installed this pig guard, you know. So thanks for watching. Thank you, Fender, and look out for the future videos. And if you're going to be in Memphis between January 28th and February 3rd or 2nd, I will see you there. Bye.